going on, Dragon Ball Super fans? UnrealEntGaming here today presenting my official review for Dragon Ball Super Episode 30, Rehearsing for the Martial Arts Match. Who are the remaining members? Now, I will say that while on the road watching this, because I was in a different state, I actually had very high expectations as for this episode. Now, honestly, I will say this. After watching the episode, one would assume that this would actually want to appeal towards casual fans only because this episode was pretty much a giant recap of what had happened in the previous episodes of Dragon Ball Super, which, mind you, include Beerus encountering Goku for the very first time, and their battle on King Kai's planet all the way through Whis' training and the encounter with Champa and whatnot. This episode is pretty much a giant recap, with the exception of certain segments that were mentioned that will definitely lead into the next episode, but there were certain things that were mentioned within this episode that I really kind of enjoyed. Actually, it had a lot of closure as to what I was thinking that involved fusions and other characters and stuff, but for me at least, the highlight for this episode was definitely Piccolo versus Gohan, because we got a little snippet as to what was going on. We see Gohan training with Piccolo, and that was something we haven't seen in such a long time, and they're fighting, they're beating the crap out of each other. It seemed like Piccolo had the upper hand because he actually dragged Gohan within the mountain and they started fighting within. It was really interesting to see that because, again, if you look at both characters and you pay attention to Gohan's detail as opposed to Piccolo, it seems as if Gohan took a little bit more damage and looked a little bit more roughened up than how Piccolo looked. But aside from that, of course, we had a very interesting, conversation between Gohan and Goku, which kind of left Gohan stumped out because he did want to participate in this tournament, but of course, Daddy shut him down, which was very funny because based on Gohan's reaction, he accepted it with pride, but you can automatically tell that it deeply hurt him because he really wanted to be a part of this, but Goku said, "You're not ready, you are fragile, you are a bitch." Well, he didn't really say that, but of course, he was hinting that Gohan is weak now, man, he's weak. Gohan was pretty much telling Goku that, he had inspiration and he had motivation after what happened with Frieza to protect his family and stuff. We get that part, but now Piccolo is in, Majin Buu is in. Majin Buu was actually spotted reading a manga, which is really funny because Akira Toriyama had designed that manga years ago, but needless to say, there were certain things and elements that were interesting, aside from the whole flashback part, because again, I don't really mind flashbacks, but there were one too many of them in this episode. I would have to say if you put the actual clips next to the flashbacks side by side, it seemed as if the flashback scenarios had more time taken up than the actual, regular scenes that we were supposed to see. Again, I will be breaking that down in my breakdown review, which will come up in about an hour, so definitely check that out, in which I will also talk about the next episode with Zuno and the following titles that have dropped for episodes 33 and 34 and whatnot. But again, I mean, this episode wasn't too much diving into anything new. I mean, I would have to say episodes 28 and 29 were way more interesting than this. Again, that's just my opinion. If you guys feel differently, comment down below. Again, there was build up here. What I found very interesting was having Goku and Vegeta, again, flying together, interacting together, much more peaceful. It's crazy because we always grew up and we always knew that, Vegeta had like this hatred towards Goku, and now that we're watching them, they're flying side by side, they're training together, they're interacting together. It's almost as if they became best friends, even though we know that they aren't best friends, not by a long shot, but it seems that way because they're always together, they're always, doing certain things together and whatnot. Goku was explaining certain things to Krillin, and Vegeta was just chilling there nonchalantly. Again, this was a very, very, very mellow episode. Not too much going into this. There was one, actually no, there were two motions in this that were actually noted, that were mentioned that was very, very interesting, that involved both the fusion technique and Oob! Yes, Oob was mentioned in this, which was very interesting and very ironic because who would have thought Oob would be mentioned? Again, that was brought up by Goku. I will talk about that in the breakdown episode. But again, this was such a nonchalant, mellow episode. Again, like with Fusion being mentioned and Fusion actually being banned from the tournament because Goten and Trunks wanted to be a part of that, and Vegeta shut them down real fast. Again, if you guys want to watch this for yourself, go to animerush.tv and just see it for yourself, guys. They have a whole bunch of stuff on the internet, guys. Every single time you guys ask, I mean, you can easily just Google it and it's always right there. Like, Kiss Anime, Crunch and all that kind of stuff. Like, they always have episodes up. They might be in delay, but they're still up there and stuff. So I was watching it on the way home and stuff, and I was just like, wow, this is just like, it felt a little weird because again, I was expecting for them to gather up together, recruit Majin Buu, Piccolo, and possibly Monaka, but Monaka was not shown, at least not yet. But again, guys, there's so much that's going to lead up into this, and I will explain more in my breakdown episode. But what did you guys think of Dragon Ball Super Episode 30? I would like to know down in the comment section below. Did you guys like it? Did you guys hate it? Do you guys think it just dragged on for no reason? reason? Comment down below. Once again, guys, tune in for the breakdown. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you all for watching. If you guys are Dragon Ball fans, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. That way you guys don't miss a single Dragon Ball update. If you guys enjoyed, if you guys cannot wait to see the next episode, smash that like button, leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Tune in for the next episode and for the breakdown, and I'll be seeing you all in the next video. Take it easy, guys. Peace.